Jam.
Word to the cool world. It's Jam TJ back again with another Jam's Views. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. And make sure y'all are out there still creating and still being cool. Alright? So, today, it starts with a vision. Now, you've heard me say this, it starts with a vision. You got to dress for the mission. Well, we're going to break this down into segments. And today it starts with a vision, all right? So pretty simple. Basically, it's plan, act, adjust, perform, readjust, and then be strategic. So all these different segments actually play a great part into visions. It starts with a vision for it. Whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to create a business, if you're trying to create something musically, if you're trying to create something resourceful, or if you're trying to create something for humans or consumers to actually get some relief or for a provide of service, it always takes great things to do a plan, because you can't just jump right into something if you don't have a plan. Why do you think a lot of businesses say, where's your business proposal? Where's your business plan? Where's this? Where's that? And even artists that come with music to find a structure, like, well, where are you going to start with? What instrument are you starting with? Is it going to be the drums? Is it going to be the melody? Is it going to be the vocals? Is it going to be the verses? Like, where are you going to start? What's the plan to start? Okay. And then the next one is acting. Okay. Now here's a crazy thing about this. I love Pharrell. Pharrell is my dude. Pharrell Williams, Skateboard Pete. That is my dude. And he pretty much plain and simple, he says, there comes a time where you get your plan and then you want to act on it, but then there's people that are perfectionists that just plan, and they do all these other things, and they're afraid to launch something. They're afraid to put something out into the world. They're afraid to put a product out into the world because they're afraid that it's not ready. They're afraid that it's not appropriate to the standards of how people are going to receive it. And he's like, you know what? Don't let that hold you back, because it's going to take some time for you to actually know that it's absolutely perfect to present to the world. Okay? Just present it to the world. Make sure it's prime enough and it's groomed enough to actually give it to the world, so that way they're like, oh, I see what they're doing here. I see what she's doing here. I see what he's doing here. I like where this is going. I want to see where it's going to grow and how it's going to grow. And that's what you should do. Don't be afraid that it's not fully ready, but you got to do something, because someone might beat you to the punch. Someone may beat you to the punch. You're like, damn it, I wish I would have did it sooner. Damn it, I wish I would have thought about earlier. Just like the person who made movies, the French guy. Look him up. He came up with it first. He came up with the movies first, the motion pictures first. And he got his ideas stolen by Thomas Edison. Look it up. It's a conspiracy, but the guy he disappeared. But we're going off topic. And then next, you want to go and readjust. Okay? So that means going back to the drawing board. That means what you did wrong, what you did well, how people responded, how they responded to this, how they looked at it this way. How are you viewing things, and what other influences and experience did you gather to actually go with the readjustment of the issues or the ways that went great for you? You got to readjust that, so that way you know how you can grow, and that way you can know what you could do more of or do less of. Okay? And then the last one is be strategic. Now, we live in an age of technology where we have to be very strategic of how we place things and how we promote things and how we post things on all the social media platforms, whether it be a podcast, Instagram, clothing line, art, music, singing, a business. Like, we have to be very strategic on what it is. You know, it all comes down to the name, how people are going to remember it, how people are going to understand it, and how people are going to absorb it and take it in and be like, oh man, that's really creative, or, you know, wow, that's a really catchy name, or that's a catchy song, or that those photos are awesome, that logo is awesome. Like, things like that makes people gravitate to it. Be strategic, and be strategic in your words. See how markets are. And you know, I'm not a guru. I don't know everything, because I'm just like you. I'm doing what I can, and I'm doing within my realm of what my audience enjoys and what my consumers enjoy and would like to see more of. So you have to see how your market is. You have to be your own forecaster. And I'm not talking about the weather, I'm talking about the trends. Be your own forecaster of trends. There's people that actually have degrees to actually be a forecaster of trends, and they do surveys and all this stuff. They do a lot of field work to actually see what's trending, what's coming back, what's losing, what's going out of style, like what's the newest wave, and like all this other stuff. You have to be your own if you're trying to create something, if you're trying to create a brand. You know, there are a lot of copycats, but there's something that catches the eye of their audience, even though they sound like another artist, even though they look like another artist, even though they sound like another podcast, even though they sound, or even though their clothing line is kind of like this clothing line, or even though this channel is like this channel. And you know, there's so many things that sets these brands and sets these entities apart, that you have to understand how it's created and how their fans are being cultivated. Okay, so plan, act, perform, or plan, act, adjust, perform, and be strategic. Okay? Remember that. It starts with a vision, though. I would say this to everyone, to all of you: get on your notepad and write as many ideas as you possibly can in your notepad. And one of those ideas may stick. One of those visions may stick. Do a vision board. I love doing vision boards. It gets to put things in order. It's visual format, and it does something into your brain that actually clicks something. It's that law of attraction. Have y'all ever read The Secret or watched the movie The Secret? It's on Netflix. Or get the ebook or get the audio book of The Secret. The first book, The Secret, not the revamped versions of other things. No, the first version of The Secret. Check it out. But you have to act. Then you have to adjust. You have to perform, readjust, and be strategic. All right? It's Jam TJ. Jam's Views. Check out the All Work No Play channel. Dropping some functional wellness. Check out the podcast, the Popyon and Friends podcast. And make sure y'all go to the C.O.O.L Attire store. The link is going to be in the link is going to be in the description below. All right? I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Never take off your cool. I'm out.